The Lemp Mansion is one of those places that looks beautiful from the outside. But the moment you step inside, something in your gut whispers that something is wrong. Tonight, we're diving into the tragic, mysterious, and deeply unsettling story behind one of America's most haunted residences. A home built on success, shaken by heartbreak, and remembered for the ghosts that refuse to leave. This is the Lemp Mansion. The story begins with the rise of the Lemp family, a dynasty that helped shape the brewing industry in St. Louis. Johann Adam Lemp arrived in America with almost nothing, but he created a beer so popular that it turned into a booming empire. His son, William Lemp, expanded that empire into one of the most successful breweries in the country. The family lived in luxury, and the Lemp Mansion became a symbol of their power. But behind the elegant walls, the family was slowly unraveling. The first major tragedy struck when William's favorite son, Frederick, died unexpectedly at just 28 years old. His death devastated William. Friends said he was never the same. The mansion, once filled with parties and laughter, grew quiet. And then, in 1904, William walked into his office inside the mansion, pulled out a revolver, and ended his life. It was the first of several suicides that would haunt the family's legacy. After William's death, his son, William Jr., took over the business. But he struggled to keep the brewery alive as competition grew. The pressure mounted, and the mansion became a place of tension and secrecy. Around this time, rumors began to spread about a hidden child living in the attic. Locals whispered about a boy with special needs, kept out of sight from the public. They called him the Monkey Boy, a cruel nickname for a child who, according to some stories, was never allowed to leave the attic. Some say he died there. Others believe he still lingers, tugging at visitors' clothes or peeking from behind old furniture. Whether the story is true or not, nearly everyone who visits the attic reports strange activity. The tragedies continued. In 1920, William Jr. took his own life in the same room where his father had died. 4 years later, Elsa Lemp, the youngest daughter, died under mysterious circumstances. Her death was ruled a suicide, but many people believe the evidence didn't match the official story. And in 1949, Charles Lemp, the last surviving son, shot his dog and then himself inside the mansion. 4 suicides. One family, one house. It's no wonder people believe the mansion absorbed the pain and refuses to let it go. Today, the Lemp Mansion is a restaurant and inn, but guests don't just come for dinner. They come for the ghosts. Visitors report footsteps pacing empty hallways, doors slamming on their own, cold spots that follow them from room to room, and shadowy figures standing in doorways. Some guests say they've seen a man in old-fashioned clothing sitting on their bed, only for him to vanish when they scream. Others swear they've heard a child laughing in the attic, even when no children were staying in the mansion. Paranormal investigators say the mansion is one of the few places where activity happens almost on command. Ask a question and you might hear a knock in response. Set down a flashlight and it might flicker on by itself. People who walk in skeptical often walk out shaken. During renovations, workers reported hearing voices whispering their names, tools disappeared, lights flickered. One worker quit after seeing a figure walk straight through a wall. And here's the part that gives people chills. Every major renovation has been followed by a spike in paranormal activity. It's almost as if the house doesn't want to be changed. So what's really happening inside the Lemp Mansion? Some believe the family's grief left a permanent imprint, like emotional fingerprints that never fade. Others think the underground caves beneath the mansion create a natural energy field that amplifies paranormal activity. And some believe the spirits of the Lemp family simply never left the home they built, the home where they suffered and the home where they died. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, the Lemp Mansion stands as a reminder that even the grandest homes can hide the darkest secrets. And if you ever visit, don't be surprised if you feel a cold hand on your shoulder, or hear footsteps behind you when no one is there. Because in the Lemp Mansion, the past is never really gone. It's still walking the halls.